Premier League returns, La Liga returns, and of course, on that note, I say welcome to Sport Talk on Enterprise TV, where sport news from the four corners of the world are delivered at its best. If you are joining us for the first time, please do well to follow us across all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV 7. My name is John Olasikomi. Join me and let's ride together. Of course, joining me in the studio today, I've got some very, very important personality in the studio with me today. By my left side is Jeremiah Azuko. Welcome to Sport Talk.
Good day, viewers. I'm happy to be here.
When we talk about loyalty, one of the most loyalists when it comes to Arsenal Football Club is Brother Jerry. You call him Brother Jerry. And of course, by my right side, I've got the reigning champion supporter talking about Liverpool FC, Bumi David. Welcome to Sport Talk. Of Liverpool.
Good day, everyone. I'm happy to be here.
All right.
Thank God it's Friday.
Are you sure you're happy to be here? Come on. All right, but you know how we do it on Sport Talk. We always start with local football because charity begins at home. We'll be starting with the Super Eagles being Nigeria crashed out of the 8th African Championship on Tuesday after an abject performance by a team that failed to put any foot right against Sudan in 90 minutes of football in Zanzibar. And after the match, I listened to the head coach of Sudan talking about Kwesi Appiah. He said something about the Sudanese team, and he said he wasn't expecting Sudan to beat Nigeria 4-0, but he knew that they would beat Nigeria. Then in my own head, I was like, when it comes to football in Africa, Sudan and Nigeria, come on. We are supposed to be like two parallel lines that we shouldn't meet at all. But it is what it is. 4-0, 4 unreplied goals against the Super Eagles B. And according to the head coach, Eric Chelle, he said they defeated the best legs in the NPFL. Brother Jerry, Jerry Ashuko, what are your thoughts? Who should be blamed, the coach or the players?
Well, good day once again. I don't know what you mean by when it comes to football in Africa. I think we are talking about when it comes to the men's Super Eagles team. To me,
no, football generally in Africa.
You can't use that.
Okay.
Because, actually, these are the product of the league. And the last time I checked, the Sudanese league is better than ours.
On what basis? I don't understand. Sudanese league is better than ours?
Time that one of our best players, some of our best players will go playing football in Sudan.
You all know the reason why they go to Sudan.
Even when it comes to the continental, when we are playing Sudan, they are clubs playing Sudan. Sudan normally compete with Egypt and Morocco and Tunisia, or these such clubs. In times of when you want to play club football, Sudanese teams are better than our own, and these are the products of the leagues. So I know that actually these players will try to play, having in mind that there's $100,000 somewhere.
Hey, come on, audio money. Well, go ahead, brother Jerry.
But if you want to compare, truly the coach said that is the best that we can produce. It is true. He actually also said that when they assembled the team, that 5 players left. I don't know whether you have seen that.
Yes, of course.
Yes, 5 players left.
Some to the under 20 and some got to move abroad.
And even this one that we have now, the one that we have now, nobody can assure you that all of them will return. So the best is not here. They will always move. Immediately you raise a good player in Nigeria, be rest assured that the next season they are outside.
So in a nutshell, all you're saying now is we should cancel MPFL. If you can't produce best legs that can represent us out there. That's what you're saying.
Okay, there was a time I said we should even ban football in Nigeria.
Come on, don't talk about.
But I would agree that we should cancel. I would only say that we should make it more formidable. We should have sponsors. We should show the league on television. We should pay these players good money and make them stay. Football, it is football that makes it money. When they want to play, they use it to support their family. And if you don't pay them good, the other day, a team that came to play the what do they call it now? Challenge Cup, the FA Cup final. Okay. They went to have accident at Benin.
Yes, of course.
Can you say that to other teams in Africa? Or even so, I should say that they should make the league more formidable, and let's pay these players and make them stay and play football.
All right, Bumi David, I don't know if you agree with everything that Jerry Asuko said concerning the MPFA. For me, even we don't want a proper league, I still believe that even without a coach, the Super Eagles of Nigeria should go past country like Sudan. I'm not talking about Egypt, I'm not talking about Algeria, I'm not talking about Tunisia, I'm talking about Sudan. That do come to Nigeria and pick our best legs, because of money. And for me, there's something that I saw on social media, that even before, what is his name, Eric Chair took over that team, we were winning with the likes of Fidelis Ilechukwu and, of course, the head coach of Remo Star, Daniel Ogumade. That's why a lot of people have been saying that they should fire him. This is the man that took over the Super Eagles job, and yet we are still where we used to be, where we are. So, Bumi David, do you agree with our brother Jay that because of our sponsors and we're not running a proper league, that is what is affecting the Super Eagles? And don't also forget, a lot of people used to clamor for these same NPFL players to be in the Super Eagles A. So I have not seen any. Like I do see, our best players are in the diaspora, whether we like it or not.
Yes.
All right, do you agree with our brother Jerry?
I agree with him. Since that our system is very poor, signing our NFL. If you look, he said to our best player, our best player in the team. Now, the high goal scorer, they keep him on the bench.
And now she's
The first thing I'll put the blame on the coach. Firstly, when we want to appoint him, most of people are complaining, you should not appoint this guy. He's coming from another country. I think it's from Mali. Now, we have used the other coaches in our home-based coaches.
They did
well in this Champions League. Now, this team is just like a 50-50 some other angle. If you look at when we have our normal coach, home base, when we start this, let me just go to this World Cup qualifying.
Okay.
We start with our home base coaches, see what happened. But when this guy, I think he has already played with two games. I think it was, is it 4 points?
4 points.
4 points. Now, my own that they should just give him time. You cannot just be firing and hiring coaches. Do you understand? The last time when my brother complained about this, our former coach,
Gennett Raw, okay.
He said he should not sack him that time. Now they sack him, they owe him money. Concerning this payment, they will be owing players money. They have the family to feed up. You hold them money, and how do you expect them to do well in the field? Which is very, very wrong. So I wrote they should give him time. This is the first time that he's getting to this job. To get to know the players. Some coaches have their own favorite player.
Yes, of course. So, I agree with you.
So that is it. They should just give him time. You should not sack him. If sack him now, it's not looking for another coach. By next from few months, we start want to play a qualifying for it. So we start looking for another coach. So just give him time.
Okay. All right. You said we should give him time. I don't have any challenge with that. But if you take a look at that squad very, very well, I mean, most especially when we are playing the 2 games that we played so far, we are yet to score a goal. We lost the first game to Senegal 1-0, and of course to Sudan. It's an embarrassing result. Concerning. I don't want to talk too much concerning, Eric Chair, because you already know my own stand. But like you said, how much more does Eric Chair knows these players? If you ask me 1 billion times, I will tell you he does not know anything about these players. These players have been invited based on what Fidelis Ilechukwu and of course Daniel Ogumade already told him, okay, this can play. You now put your best striker in the league for the 2024-2025 season on the bench. Come on, it doesn't speak well. But let's see how it goes. But brother Jerry, what is the way forward? Because we'll be playing the CAF Champions League. And we still play all these home-based players. Remo Stars representing us. And of course, in the Confederation Cup, we have Kwara United also representing us and Rivers United. So, if we don't have a good league, a proper league, how do you want to succeed in the CAF Champions League?
Talking about making the striker in the league sit on the bench, like we used to say, it is the coach that, have the first-hand experience of what these players look like, who to play and who not to play. In your own view, you may think that is the best, based on the fact that he has been performing in the league that you don't even watch.
Come on, don't talk about. Come on. Some of our leagues are.
The last time you watched 90 minutes of Nigerian, league on the set by.
Okay.
So
All right.
You don't.
I always have my way, but it's okay.
You hear that this guy score goals. You don't even know the kind of goals that he score. So I understand that. And the idea of I support the idea of making him the head coach of the champ team. Normally we use other coaches.
Yes.
But if you also watch other African teams, I think they also use their
not all.
Okay, not all. The idea is that let him have a first-hand idea of what these players looks like. In case if any of them gets to play for the men's national team, the men's Super Eagles. I think that's the idea, and I support that. So, saying that they were doing well before he came in. What do you know the manner of what do they call it, the opposition? It may even be that he's meeting a tougher opposition when we get to the men's tournament. The only anger I have is that how can a Nigerian team play 2 games without scoring a goal? That is I don't even know how to put it. So, but going forward, I really think that what we should do is that the league, I have said it time and time again, that football does play, money plays football. If you don't pay these players well, they won't even see. It is not a magic that a player will be struggling here, and when he gets to Europe, he begins to do well. It is because the facilities are there. When you mention, do you know that a week salary of Osimhen can buy a Nigerian club?
Come on, don't talk about it.
So you understand now? Let us actually get a proper sponsor. We should forget about politics. Football is not all about politics. You get a sponsor, a direct sponsor that can say this one invested money, and then let's start showing the league. The more you advertise this league, the more people are glad to come in. If you begin to do the way we are doing now, we can't get anything away from it. They say it's only a madman that do the same thing every other time and experience it and expect a different result. In this case now, I just wish that they make a mandatory amount of how much should be paid to these players, even if it starts from 1 million per month. And then when somebody comes in and we say, maybe we are paying, they should have a proper contract. The truth is that if these players don't stay here and spend, after the first season, you spend like 2 other seasons, you cannot get a proper chanting. Because you always go back searching every other time. And that is not good enough for me.
All right. According to, I quoted the other time, talking about the head coach of Sudan, and also said something. He said the team is not that bad, that they need some tactical improvements. That is why I said so many things about Eric Chel, because I saw the first game. We recorded just one shot on target in the first game. Even in the second game, we struggled throughout the whole 90 minutes. That's why I said maybe you should try and do something about, Eric Chel. But since he said we should give him time, no problem. I agree with you, but I will be there. All right, away from, Chan 2024, let's move straight to the camp of the Super Eagles, where it's like they now found a new name in Turkey. Okay, in Turkey. Nigerian forward Kelechi Iheanacho is on the verge of completing a move to Turkish Super Lig side as Samsunspor. Talking about Nigerian players, we have Victor James Osimhen in Turkey already. We have Henry Onyekuru. We have Paul Onachu. Now, this is, senior man chaos. They call him the senior man chaos, talking about Kelechi Iheanacho. What are your thoughts on Nigerian players moving to Turkey? Because Kelechi Iheanacho started really well. It's Manchester City. Yes. And he's just 27 years of age, 27, 28 years of age. And now he's going to Turkey to play his trade. And he has been struggling for the past 2-3 seasons now, even before now. So what are your thoughts? Why are Nigerian players, moving to Turkey? I forgot Ndidi. Ndidi is also in Turkey as we speak. Before you know it, Ademola Lookman will join them. Before we know it. No. Okay, all right. So what are your thoughts on Nigerian players moving to Turkey?
Yeah, thank you. Okay, you said 27. Do you think that is his real age?
You're talking about his age. I don't know. That is his age.
This is a way backward for Super Eagles team. Starting from our main captain. Okay, Ididi is there. Osimhen, our main striker, and some other guys are there. Most of our first 11 have gone to Turkey, which is very, very bad for the Super Eagles team. It's only Ademola Lookman, Olaino, and Wobi.
And Calvin Bassey.
Calvin Bassey. They play in a good team. Which is Premiership and Syria. Lookman
playing a good team or playing a good league? Because talking about good team in the Premier League, talking about Fulham. They're not playing for the top 6, top 8.
Yes, they are still managing.
Okay.
Because if you look at those big teams, waking out, Olaino is playing football. Calvin Bassey is playing, waking out. Iwobi is playing, waking out. And Ademola Lookman. But Osimhen is getting to Turkey, Kelechi Iheanacho, Ndidi. I think Ndidi, the team is playing for, has been in Leicester City for many years. So we're going to relegation. That's another, it will go to another Turkey playing in Europe. I think Basista is playing in Champions League. So, and then going there, Kelechi Iheanacho, we know it's on and off. Kelechi going there, I don't have any issue with going with him. But Osimhen going there, all his career is going down. His career is going down. So all those kind of Nigeria players, that's why we say we must improve. We must improve with our players. Most of them play for money now. They didn't play for passion again. So going to that Turkey is a very, very backward for Super Eagles. When they start another tournament, Nigeria will know that we starting again. You know,
I've said something before and I'll say it again. If you are looking for any lost players, just go to Turkey. You will see them. And now, Brother Jerry, let's talk about Ademola Lookman. According to reports, Ademola Lookman said, whether you like it or not, I will not play for Atalanta anymore. So where is he heading to? We don't even know. Because Inter Milan submitted the first bid, they said no. Second one, they said no. Until they must pay them 50 million euros. And they don't want to sell him to Inter Milan. They are still waiting for another big club in the top 5 leagues. So why are our players? Why are they struggling? We're talking about, don't forget, he's the reigning African Player of the Year. Why are they struggling to get a move?
This thing, it does happen. Player and club issues. Remember the other time it was Mbappe with the PSG. And but at last they find their way out. And
don't also forget, he went to one of the biggest team in the world, Real Madrid.
He has already made up his mind from the one that is where he's going to. And it was well pronounced. And the only disappointment I see is that Nigerians, I don't know whether by any means, they don't have a quality agent. You know, all these things boil down. That is why you see that after the voting, most of them will sack their agent. It is the agent that actually projects, this is where we are going to, this is the next step we should take. And then they make it known to the club that after this time, even during the time of signings, there's always a clause that if they come with such amount of money, our players will move. So that if it gets to that point and it happens, if they don't want to release the players, you go to FIFA. FIFA will gladly listen to your case. In our own case, it is normally like that. That our players struggle. The other time, Osimhen nearly lost out. You know, he nearly lost out. Even not for this same Turkey, that's savage thing. You know. So, but the clear thing is that the Italian clubs have a way of, will I say, demonizing Nigerian players. I don't know a Nigerian player that actually does so well recently in Italy. There was a time Nnamdi Oduamadi came to cry that the mistreatment of the Italian team. You know, so when you, as an African player, let your contract be well spelled out by your agents. And so that when things like this happen, you know where to go to. As for Italian clubs, they are not friendly with African players. It has not started today. It has not been. If you notice, Immediately Taribo West left Italy. I think that was the end of his career. He couldn't move to a better club. He went up. Immediately, Obafemi Martins left Italy. Though he went to a club that actually came.
Newcastle.
The only thing I remember I did was shaming Arsenal. That was the only thing after them. He went to either Newcastle or the other.
Yeah, he went to Newcastle United.
From there,
but he did well. Even he did well after Inter Milan.
Yeah. So, but the truth here is this.
Yeah.
It is difficult for you to leave Italy as an African player and go to the best. They normally.
No, Iwan Kokanu left Inter Milan to Arsenal.
Did you know that Iwan Kokanu was pronounced as, I don't know how to put it, that he won't play football again? Arsenal actually came to save his life, his career. Have you forgotten? Arsenal saved his career, and that is one of the reasons why I stay with Arsenal. They came when at the time Iwan Kokanu was rejected. They said he may not even. Inter Milan pronounced that he may not play football all his life again.
Due to his heart.
Yes, but the Arsenal gambled, and it pays off. You understand? So what I'm trying to say is that we should actually, next time an African player or a Nigerian player is going to Italy, we should do well to properly do a proper contract arrangement so that they won't end up suffocating our player. Imagine a best player in Africa, 50 million euros, and then we are not struggling
to pay for it.
All right, that's what I agree with you a little bit. You said something about the agent. Now we take a look at even not just we're talking about our A-list players. They are struggling, to get to move. It is what it is. If the likes of Wisa and Bournemouth can be moving for that amount of money, and our own Nigerian players are just there. I think they can do more concerning that, most especially their agent. All right, away from local football, let's move straight to foreign football. Get what is back. So I just feel like, let me just say this, all the ladies out there, the mothers out there, it's time for them to just release the remotes, of the TV, to their husband, because Premier League is bad. Arguably the best league, unarguably the best league in the world. The Premier League is back after a couple of irritating summer months filled with other competitions, other sports, and even things like going outside and enjoying the fresh air. We are locked back in for the 2025-2026 season, which begins today. As champions, Liverpool. Come on, don't even talk about. I don't know why Bumi David is smiling, but it is what it is. They are the champions. You can't take away that one from them. And of course, he's an Arsenal fan beside me. He doesn't look happy. He's worried. But we'll get there. All right, today's game, Liverpool will host Bournemouth. Despite the fact that they lost Darwin Núñez to a team in Saudi Arabia, they lost Luis Diaz to another team in Germany. Kwanzaa to another team in Germany, and they brought in the likes of Florian Wirtz, Kekes, mentioned them, Ugo Ekitike, is Ekiti or something, Frimpong and all. So, Bumi, tell me, how do you feel bringing in these players? To replace the likes of Arnold and Co.
Yes, thank you. Well, when the season finished last season, about a few months ago, Slot said there will be a reshuffle of the team. If you look at our team now, our first 11, I think we lost like 7 players. If you started from Arnold, Núñez, Diaz, and this is loss of Diego Jota. So there is a reshuffle in that team. Now, we always sign one striker to replace Jota, which is Ekitike. So we are seeing going for this our main target, Alexander Isak. Do you understand? So those reshuffling, Florian Wirtz is another creativity in that team. We lost Arnold, so Frimpong to replace Arnold, that's a good replacement. Kekes, Robertson is getting old now, so we need to sign in the fresh leg. So we have to give our team from like 10 matches. Like my brother said, Liverpool is not going to take it again. I said, is it Arsenal going to win the league?
You're trying to story already, but it's okay. It is what
I'm just saying my words.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe Arsenal will defend itself. Now, so we have to, our player, we should give them time because they are coming from other league. Ekitike is coming from Germany. Florian Wirtz is coming from Germany. Frimpong is coming from Germany. So if you look at that Crystal Palace match, most of them, the three are like people they perform little bit. Particularly this is Premiership, so they have to buckle up. So this season will be very, very tough season. This league is very, very tougher than last season. So most of the big teams have signed some signing. No, this season now, Liverpool, I think I give us 70%. But the little way we get Isak and Maguire.
You are defending your,
defending the champion, the league again. If you get Isak and Gay, it is done and done set.
All right. Before you say something, I'll take you back a little bit. In 1998-1999, under the tutelage of Arsene Wenger, Arsenal came second. 99-2000, Arsenal came second. 2000-2001, Arsenal came second under Arsene Wenger. Now, 3 times in a row, and they won the league 2001-2002 season. Now, Arteta has done the same thing. Do you think history will repeat itself? 2002, 2003, 2003, 2004, 2004, 2005, and now this is 2005-2006 season. And of course, Bumi said, if they can get Isak, they are definitely winning the league. I mean, defending the Premier League this season. And I know Arsenal fans all rooted for number 9 striker, and they've got one of the best striker in the whole world. Talking about Victor Gyökeres, there is Zubimendi that replaced Thomas Partey. Do you think Arsenal have what it takes now to compete for the league?
First of all, I will tell you that I'm actually very happy. Football is back. We now we are on recess before now. All those banters and every other thing. Now we have rested. We are back. I'm very happy. Contrary to your opinion that I'm not excited or something.
Are you? Come on.
I am happy that
football is bad, but not happy,
And
okay.
It is what it is. Arsenal, I want you to point out a team that, apart from Man City or Chelsea to some extent, a team that actually invested and kept, to win the Premier League at the same season. I don't think it happens. Most of the time when you want to win the EPL...
You just mentioned 2 teams now, Manchester City.
Yeah, to Chelsea. It doesn't happen every year. It doesn't happen. I think Chelsea did that with Mourinho. And it was a hit at the goal. But it doesn't happen every other time. I think Manchester City have to struggle for some season before they start.
But Arsenal have been struggling for the past 25 years now. 23 years now. They've been struggling.
You see, I remember a particular football fan saying that Arsenal is a work in progress.
Since how many years? 21 years ago? 22 years ago? They are still in work in progress.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
You see,
to the rich 30 years.
To the rich 30 years. Come on, let's talk about
it. The truth here is this. If you actually look at, I don't want to talk about the business side of football. That is what Arsenal are after.
Come on, brother. Talking about the business part of the football. Yes. I think the highest sale so far is still Chamberlain. It's not even up to 50 million pounds.
We are no longer.
You don't even sell players, you buy players for amount of
how much did they buy him when they sell him that amount? Arsenal make profit every other year. Let's forget about it.
But Aneka still remains the second highest player at Arsenal.
They have to actually win trophy, and not just a trophy. We are talking about FA Cup the other time. I said I reject it in Jesus' name. I don't want it. Arsenal needs to start winning trophy for their fans, so that can actually brag with other teams like Liverpool and Chelsea. But the truth is that if you expect Arsenal to win this EPL this season, that means you are deceiving yourself.
Even with Gyökeres, with Zubimendi,
if you put pressure on him,
Madueke came for 52 million pounds.
If you put pressure on him, you get injury and you lose. Let us build this team. You see, anything that win the EPL, even at a point where Leicester City won, it is surprising. Even the day of COVID, when Liverpool won, we didn't expect them. Even this last season, I don't think anybody, give Liverpool the opportunity of winning the league. We were thinking of Man City. Do you understand what I'm saying now? If Arsenal must win, it must not be because they bought a striker. The striker is coming to strengthen the team. That's his agree.
The midfielder is also coming to strengthen the team. So why are you not bringing in players? I don't know why you're bringing in players. If you don't want to win the league.
No, it's not about if you don't want. Why would you?
Because the last time you won the league was 2004 season.
Yes, I agree with you. It has not been.
21
We
years
have not.
old.
We have. I don't have to. I don't even have. Sometimes I feel ashamed of. Yes. But the truth is, it is what it is. Arsenal will win this league in 3-4 years time.
I remember Brajan said this like 3 years ago that they will win it in 3-4 years time. You are doing another 3-4 years time.
But you can't say that Arsenal last season is the same with this season. They are going to compete. But
that's why I said, do you think history will repeat itself?
Of 3 times second spot.
Say yes, of course.
Well, gone are those days that will be a champion of top 4.
Well, now we're champion of top 2.
It is either we top or we reduce. We can't be second this season.
Okay.
Mark to this day.
So if it is not first, you are going to number 3 or 4.
Number 3 or 4.
Okay.
Okay.
So all right, because I know when Arsenal did the Invincible, they always. I know a lot of Arsenal fans. They talk so many things about Premier League. We are the best in EPL. Even when United was, really winning the league back to back, they were still saying we are the champions of England. And of course, do you agree with Arsenal fans? Because up to tomorrow, they will still tell you they are still the best team in England.
I disagree with Brother Jerry. Because if you look at Arsenal team now, they are strongest at the back. Go to the midfield. The major problem they are facing since over last 2 seasons is the main man, which is the striker, which they got Gyökeres. Now they got a backup for Saka, Madueke. Now you say, I don't think Arsenal will not win anything this season because the league is 38 matches. Because there is something that Arteta had to fix in that team. Firstly, that this undergraduate coach knowledge on his head. Sometimes they don't know the kind of player who start. Now he makes some signing. There's a big problem for me. Big problem for him now. I don't know why maybe he will now start Havertz ahead of maybe Zubimendi or Gyökeres. Martinelli ahead of Madueke. The right wing is Saka. Gyökeres will be main 9. Because
you can't bring in players such as
take money and put them on the bench. So that's a big problem for him now. If you watch most of the preseason, you see that he still lack of that tactics. But last season, this season, Arsenal is more stronger than last season. So the Arsenal fans should just expect
going forward.
Okay. It's not backward. So my brother will say you should give them more 3 years.
4 years again.
No,
come on, that's crazy.
Because now,
will not be
because I will not say maybe they are going to win the league. Because this season now is a 4 race. Chelsea and Man City. Man City is known, it will be closer, but the recruitment, I didn't expect the recruitment they're supposed to sign. They decided the defense.
Because I believe the biggest mistake they made is allowing Thomas Partey to lead.
Yes.
Or maybe Mikel Arteta is trying to bring that, the Spanish Jogo Bonito team, football in that midfield by bringing in, because you now have Merino, you now have Zubimendi, and of course Declan Rice.
This is one of the reasons why I say that probably we are not ready. You see, other teams, whether you like it or not, Thomas Partey was one of the best players last season. If you find out your player is one of the best, you only compliment him, you don't let him go. I don't know, there is this rumor of how the reason why he left and all that. But the truth here is that if a player is one of the best, you compliment him. There's no, who says that you cannot have 2 best players in the world and the same win? You only find space for them and make sure 2 of them are happy, both of them are happy. So you are bringing in a player from nowhere. You want him to give. I know EPL for what it is. Very tough and very aggressive. So, and you expected a midfield man that was top notch of last season, and he left, and you bring in that he will only try. You have a new striker, you have a midfielder that you want, and you are going to play them week in and week out. I just think that they are going to give that. They will, try. but they won't be the best that we expect.
All right, Bumi David, who do you think is winning the league? I know it is too early. Arsenal are now on top. You know, if you take a look at the Premier League table as it started, Arsenal on top of the log table. 0 game, 0 goals.
Yes,
but they are on top. Who do you think will definitely win 25-26?
I think we are going to do it again.
Okay.
But my
Liverpool?
yes.
Okay.
But my major point is if we can get that Isaac and Magay.
So without Isaac, Liverpool are not winning.
We'll still win it.
Okay.
Because the only team that can just give us problem is Arsenal.
I'll be there in 2026. Just.
So I don't think Arsenal.
The league it would be surprising. I don't know why you think that Liverpool will win again. You know, for God's sake, even when Man City did it, you know that they were a complete team. Do you understand? So I think Chelsea is going to do well. Probably they may fight for the top of the league. Man City that you are saying, I mean this and that. And I think Man City, like I said the other time, when you cut off a tail of a snake, but whatever it says will bite. Man City they will fight with a wounded heart. Because actually they didn't expect what happened to them last season.
Yes.
So they are coming with all force. And talking about Arsenal, it's going to be normal like the Man City, but the top two that I can give you assurance is Man City and Chelsea.
All right, let's take a look at the match day 1 fixtures. Liverpool will host Bournemouth, Aston Villa versus Newcastle United, Brighton and Hove versus Fulham, Sunderland versus West Ham, Tottenham versus Burnley, Wolves versus Manchester City, Chelsea will host Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest versus Brentford, and of course the biggest game in match day 1, Manchester United versus Arsenal. Away from the Premier League, let's move straight to UEFA Super Cup. Paris Saint-Germain, arguably they are now the almighty PSG after almighty Juventus. Don't forget that. Beat Tottenham Hotspur 4-3 on penalties to win the UEFA Super Cup on Wednesday, completing a remarkable rally after scoring 2 late goals to take the match to a shootout. Talking about the match between Paris Saint-Germain and of course Tottenham Hotspur. When you saw the game, they were leading until 85th minute before PSG got the first goal, and of course they scored the second goal in the 90+ minutes and went ahead to win that one via penalty shootouts. Now, Thomas Frank, to me, made a big mistake. Yes. I don't know whether you saw what he did, but at least that should have been the best day of his life by winning that trophy for Tottenham.
Yes.
You know, so where did they get it from? Talking about Tottenham.
From the coach. We are leading to PSG 2-0. Your best team, your defensive midfielder, your two the best midfielder, you substitute them. So you have give PSG the power to operate. When those
they play from midfield.
Yes. When you have Vitinha and they in that midfield, and if you have Ponia and Sa in that midfield, that's the two defensive midfielder. So that's the one of them giving PSG problem. Then you substitute them to stay at the bench. So you just, where is it? The coach is coming from Brentford. So what do you expect? So baby coach. You can't expect Jose Mourinho. Even Arteta can't do that.
Somebody just gave Mikel Arteta his flower.
Yes, if Arteta can't do that, that's now leading 2-0. And you recognize them in that 85 minutes. No. For the kind of Arsenal team, you don't even now go to Chelsea. Those fighter Casedo and Enzo Fernandez. So that Ponia did not know how to play another same ball play midfielder, but is a complete defensive midfielder. And go to Islamic, you now substitute those guys. So you allowed Vitinha and other people to, because the extra energy you brought in, it cannot even hold the pressure.
Can you imagine substituting a striker for a striker when you just have 10 minutes
to go.
All right, brother Jerry, with what you saw concerning the UEFA Super Cup, Paris Saint-Germain, they look unstoppable. Do you think they will definitely defend the UEFA Champions League this season?
Well, I coming to that game, I think the fact that it was like an experienced team and inexperienced team. Tottenham, PSG, actually, they have seen a tougher team than Tottenham. So it was like piling the pressure on them to make mistakes. Remember, at a point, they started playing defensively.
Yes, of course.
Thinking that they have won that game already. You know, but being what they are, give it to PSG. They give that pressure, keep on giving the pressure until they